President Biden is facing a tough re-election campaign, and one of his biggest problems is his own vice president. Kamala Harris is hugely unpopular, and even former White House employees say that she's not doing anything that helps the president. Ring of Fire's Farron Cousins joins me to talk about this. As I look at the word salad queen, I think of Sarah Palin and John McCain. I think of Dan Quayle. You know, that's what you have here, right? And why don't you just call it what it is and say, I need somebody else to run? She's killing him.
Well, look, there's a lot of people in this administration that are poison for President Biden's reelection campaign. But when you simply just look at the numbers and you see her unfavorables that are overwhelmingly, majority of the country says, I don't like what she's doing. And then I think one of the most powerful things is the statements from the former White House employees themselves, the people that were there.
That is what's bothering me the most about it. They talk about her plan is incoherent, she's not smart. That came up. These are her ex-employees. You understand? This is staff that left her. They say that's low morale. She causes low morale. It's a low trust factor. They don't trust her. They say she's lazy, she's abusive, and then they get mad, and I think justifiably so, when somebody accuses of it being racism, since it's coming from black staff members that are saying this. It's an exodus. So how do you ignore that and saying, yeah, we're going to stick with her? First of all, just look at her history. I mean, this is a woman who was Attorney General of California after she failed the bar exam. And I swear to God, I can't even listen to her. I can't even listen to that ridiculous laugh. And when she's in a tense moment, she goes in this crazy, hysterical laugh. And you just wonder, that mixed with the word salad that's constant. What does the public think? The numbers are showing what the public thinks, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And to me, it really does come back to what has she done in these, 2.5 years that she has been vice president. Well, first of all, like you pointed out, she wasn't great as Attorney General.
No.
She got hammered for that in the primaries. She performed pathetically in the Democratic primaries because voters didn't like her. And with Biden's age, going to be 82 at the time of the next election, I think maybe older
which
than
is
that.
unheard of. Yeah. I went back, and this is an article that appeared, I think, in Politico, and they talk about how Eisenhower, it was a test for Eisenhower, and the fact is, when he was 66 years old moving into the White House, the big talk is, wow, he's too old, And so now we got a guy who's 81, who's ready to tip over. The guy is tipping over all the time, but he's ready to tip over for good. And then you've got her, and I got to tell you, it's very smart what the Republicans are doing right now. They're running against her.
Yeah.
They are saying, look, let's call it what it is. She's the next president if you go with Biden. That is your choice. And it's not helping the Democrats at all. What is it about this whole Democratic structure, this nepotism, where they can't bring in a fresh face and say, we're tired of the old. Let's bring in the new. Why can't Democrats do it? Republicans are just as bad.
Yeah.
But Democrats, I would think, can rise above that, but apparently not.
Well, I mean, the last new face they brought in was Pete Buttigieg, and we've seen what's happened at the transportation department with him. It's been a disaster. But he's another one of the people that I say, like, you're such a drag on this administration. If I performed that poorly in my job, I'd have been let go years ago.
Yeah.
Because he has failed every atrocity that has come before him. But with Harris, the big thing we hear from the insiders in D.C. is, one, she doesn't want to take on big projects because she's afraid to fail.
Right.
Two, she is not...
Immigrants, border.
Yeah, she went down there and said, do not come, and then left.
Yeah.
But then she's not taking anything off Biden's plate. She's not making his job easier. She's not helping him in any way.
Every time she appears on television and they give her a tough question and she moves into that crazy word salad, I don't know where that comes from, but it's like her brand. Every time she does that, it's hurting him, especially when the Republicans are running against her now.
Yeah.
And then for somebody to say, oh, it's just racist for you. The staff members got really pissed off when they talked about the fact that she was lazy, she's incompetent, and then they accused black staff members of being racist, right? That actually happened.